Chapter 5: Measurement of Length and Motion. Distance is the space between 2 points, while length measures how long something is. A measuring rod is used by shopkeepers to measure the length of clothes, while a measuring tape is used by tailors to take body measurements. Different methods of measurement. We use different ways and tools to measure the size and length of different materials. Handspan. It is the distance from the tip of your thumb to the tip of your little finger when your hand is stretched out. Arm length. It is the distance from the fingertips of one hand to the fingertips of the other hand when both arms are stretched out straight, level with your shoulders. Strides and foot length. The distance from one heel to the same heel while walking is called a stride. However, the distance from one heel to the other heel while walking is called foot length. These ways of measurement vary from person to person and depend on who is measuring. Standard units. To make sure that everyone measures in the same way, we use a system of standard units called the International System of Units, or the SI units. The standard units were developed to ensure that people all around the world can measure things in the same way. The standard unit for measuring length is the meter, written as m. A meter scale is a 1 meter scale divided into 100 parts. Each part is called a centimeter, written as cm. Conversion of units. Changing one unit to another is called unit conversion. 1 millimeter is equal to 1/10 of a centimeter. 1 millimeter equals 0.1 centimeters. Similarly, 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeters and also equivalent to 100 centimeters. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. For measuring longer distances, we use the unit of kilometer, where 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Correct way of measuring length. There are a few points to follow while measuring lengths. Correct way to place the scale. The initial point of distance must coincide with the zero reading of the meter scale. The correct position of the eye while reading the scale. To measure the length of the object, first, align the object with the scale and then keep the position of your eyes directly above the tip of the object. Measuring the length. If the ends of the scale are broken or the zero mark is not clear, start from a clear mark, like 1.0 centimeters. Measure to the other end of the object and note the reading, for example, 12.4 centimeters. Then, subtract the first number from the second number, 12.4 centimeters minus 1.0 centimeter. This gives you the length of the object, which is 11.4 centimeters. Measuring the length of a curved line. We cannot measure the length of a curved line directly with a scale. We have to use a thread and a scale for this. Take a piece of thread and tie a knot near its one end. This knot serves as starting point for measuring the length of the curved line. Place the knot at point A on the left end of the curved line, holding it in place with your left thumb and forefinger. With your right thumb and forefinger, hold the thread a little away from the knot and follow the curved line, keeping the thread taut. Move the thread along the curve in small steps until you reach the other end, point B. Make an ink mark on the thread where it touches point B. Next, straighten the thread and measure the length between the knot and the ink mark by using a scale. Describing position. A reference point is a fixed place or object used to measure and compare distances. The distance to any other place depends on where you start measuring from. On a road, kilometer stones show distances from a specific place. For example, if a sign says Mumbai 120 kilometers, it means that Mumbai is the reference point and you are 120 kilometers away from it. As you continue traveling, the number on the kilometer stone will decrease, showing that you are getting closer to Mumbai. This system helps you understand how far you are from the reference point, with the distance changing as you move closer or farther away. Moving things. An object is said to be in motion if its position changes with respect to the reference point with time. If an object is not changing its position with respect to the reference point with time, it is said to be at rest. Types of motion. Linear motion. When the objects change their position with time along a straight line, it is called a linear motion. Examples of linear motion. A car moving on a straight road. A person walking straight ahead. Falling object. Circular motion. When an object moves along a circular path, it is said to be in circular motion. Examples of circular motion. Car turning on a curved road. Earth orbiting around the sun. Clock hands. Oscillatory motion. An object moves back and forth about a fixed point or equilibrium position. This kind of motion repeats itself in a regular pattern, like a pendulum swinging. Examples of oscillatory motion. When you push a swing, it moves back and forth around the highest point and the motion repeats regularly. A guitar or piano string moves back and forth when plucked.